Osama. SGC here. Today's movie review is Zero Dark 30. So, Zero Dark 30, directed by Kathryn Bigelow, the director of Point Break and like Hurt Locker. So what is there to talk about the plot? Pretty much nothing, because it's just like CIA trying to hunt down Osama bin Laden, things happen and they find him and then they hunt him down. Done. There's a lot of things I like about this film. First off, Jessica Chastain as the main lead, she was pretty intense, because pretty much it's a roller coaster ride of her career while hunting down Osama bin Laden in Pakistan and Afghanistan. And I pretty much loved her because she has so much emotion, and it was just like, she's like this really smart kid that's been plopped down in like ground zero of hunting Osama, and she just has to like really stick to her guns and really like fight for what she really wants to fight for. This movie deals with like the whole politics behind like CIA missions. You have to make sure that someone, like, there's something that comes out of it, like the risk isn't that high, like we can send troops in to get the person. And I really like that, because I feel that a lot of action films is just like, oh, there's a bad guy, let's go get him, and done, and the movies end. But here it deals with like the behind the scenes, and I liked it. I mean, with Kathryn Bigelow, with how she did Hurt Locker, which I found like how it was more of a realistic portrayal of sniper missions and how things are happening over there in that world. And also here it's like, yeah, like the hunt for Osama, it's like nuts. You would think there's tons of action, but no, there's not a lot of action. But then the brutality and like how realistic and how like double tap, pretty much. That was one thing I didn't see coming. You shoot the guy, he's down already. You know that he might be dead or he might not, but you shoot him again just to make sure. So he's dead for sure. And I like that portrayal because it was just so much more like, like you don't, we're not playing around here sort of thing. So talking about the main actress, there really isn't any other names. And actually, there's not a lot of names in this movie, too. They don't mention, oh, this is Bob, this is Bill. Say hi to each other, get to know each other. There's character development. There isn't. And even with Jessica Chastain's like character, you don't know what her background. And I like that. And there were no like big names in actors. I think the biggest guy that I know is Mark Strong, and he didn't really do much. And Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec was in it, and I was like, I cheered when I saw his face. So, good stuff. The flow of the movie is really slow. That's actually, I think, slower than Hurt Locker. I think Hurt Locker, you got those action scenes where they're trying to defuse the IEDs throughout the film. But here, it's more like there's torture in the beginning, and there's like random like surveillance, and then the end, the hunt. And I would say, like, it was good. It's supposed to be slow. You aren't watching this for an action. This is not an action film. This is more of a drama, I would say, in the sense where this is what goes down when we hunt down a guy. Like a big target, like UBL, Osama bin Laden. And things are very different, the vibe and the progress. I mean, even in the trailers, you can notice that it's not an action high film. Well, I hope you notice, because it's not. That's it. Like, I like this film. Is there anything that I didn't like? Not really. There isn't anything I didn't like. I really like how they show torture, like waterboarding, shoving him into a box. Like, these things happen. It's a fact. Before Obama started with the whole, like, oh, we can't torture, we gotta, like, be good, humane citizens of the United States. Before he said all that, torture was allowed. And then all of a sudden, there's this controversy because of this movie, how it's just nuts. Like, I would totally just go, like, people, wake up. Like, really. Torture is a problem to begin with. You don't need a movie to remind you that it exists. And another thing is that you might not like the characterization. Like, there is no characterization, there's no building of a character besides Jessica Chastain's character, where it's not that much. You just know her, and that's it. Other people, you meet them, and they sort of go out of the way. And I think I like that, because, I mean, the whole movie is about the hunt of Osama bin Laden. You don't need, oh, we should get to know this CIA analyst because she's important, and then, like, let's build, like, a relationship with her. And then, oh, there's, like, Navy SEALs. Like, did you know they didn't even name the Navy SEALs? They didn't say, oh, we're gonna send in Navy SEALs. They just met at a hangar. These are Army guys. And that's it. And I love that, because it's like, because everything is real time. Like, these people still are alive. This is not a fictional story. These people existed. And these names are not important. And sure, you can go like, oh, at least name them so we can refer to them. But I mean, there's no characterization. You don't need to refer to them. Refer to them as Navy SEALs. The CIA analysts. The political heads. That's it. Zero Dark 30, enjoyable. And if you didn't like Hurt Locker, this is a lot slower than Hurt Locker, so I don't know if you would probably dig it. You probably won't. And I think it's good to have this controversy. Like, it makes people talk, but like the fact that people shot it down for the awards, that's a bad move. Like, oh, it talks about torture, so let's shoot it down for the awards. Like, it's the same for Django. Oh, it's racist, so let's shoot it down for awards. Can't do that. It's like a portrayal of, like, fiction. Like, why? Like, just because of content? Like, there's so much controversy with all the films that won awards and stuff like that. Check it out for sure, because, I mean, it really is a part of our lives. Because, I mean, how the movie starts, it's nuts. I'm not sure how anyone that was actually, like, first-hand affected by September 11th, like, how would they react? Because the beginning starts off with, like, phone calls and, like, phone conversations between, like victims of 9/11 to, like, first responders. Like, it was nuts. Like, for the first, like, 5-10 minutes is like that. And I'm like, whoa, this is heavy stuff. Like, it really brings you into the mood of, like, September 11th. This is why we're hunting Osama. September 11th. It's, like, 11 years ago. And it's heavy stuff. Like, it's not like an action film. We're not hunting Osama to be entertainment. Like, this is what happened. We're showing you. So I'm interested in the other Osama Hunt movie that's coming out. I think written by the Black Hawk Down folks over there or something, from what I read on the web. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for the Zero Dark 30. I liked it. I hope you like it. You can get some enjoyment out of it. Leave me a comment. Do you think it's controversial? Do you think torture shouldn't have been part of this movie if you have seen it? Leave me a comment. We'll discuss. Anyway, that is all. See ya.